Alrighty, what's up everybody? It is I, your Tribal God of Extreme, Peter Joseph here for a Monday evening video right here on the Peter Joseph YouTube Wrestling channel, youtube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down in my goddamn fucking pants, otherwise known as the description mark below. Right now, subscribe to this channel and my other channels. They're there. Do it now, because I said so. So subscribe to the channels down below. Leave a comment on this video or any one of my videos from the past, now, and in the future. Comment about all these stupid comments. You'll get beaten severely, sent to the Shadow Realm, and then Ozzy and Satan will just laugh at you and then eat your soul. So please don't do it. Go somewhere else with that shit. And if not, you're going to get blocked, hidden, beaten severely, and then you're back in the Shadow Realm, pretty much. And if you don't like it, too bad. Cry for me, you little bitches. And that's that. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Don't forget to tap and slap that bell to turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything, because if you miss anything, you need to get slapped violently again, because you're SOL. You know what that means. And if you don't, too bad for you. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so like, share, subscribe, and all that other good shit. And if you're brand new here, well, welcome to the party, pal. Grab yourself a nice, tasty, cold one, put your stinky feet up, sit back and relax and enjoy the show. If you like it, great. You know, too bad. You watched it anyway. Thank you for the free view, asshole. And that's that. Go watch somebody else. You don't like it? Too bad. That's all you have to do is just X out the video, but you'll stay because you got nothing else to do. You need content on your garbage live streams. That's the way it is. I don't care. Thank you for the free views, assholes. But I digress on that. That's that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, happy Monday. First full week of August the 3rd, 2026. Hope you had a great day. It's Monday, so, you know, stress-free Monday, right? Wrong. You know, another day, another stressful day for work for most of you people, including myself. But we got through it. We're getting ready for Monday night Raw tonight at 8 p.m. on Netflix. We got a tribal chief, Roman Reigns, on the show. Oba will be on the show. We got a lot of things to talk about coming out off of a, well, pretty good Summerslam. Night 2 was great. We'll get to that in a minute. Night 1, not so good, Al. But we'll talk about that. And now on the road to Sunday night main event, September the 6th. We'll be talking about that over the next couple weeks. And then, that's that. And we move on. But thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and all that stuff. But, like I said, I hope you had a great day. And, you know, rain here in the morning. It's going to be raining here on and off for the next couple of days. Tomorrow's going to be the actual good day. So, tomorrow should be pretty damn good. But then after that, rain up until Sunday. And then next week, same fucking shit. That's why this summer hasn't been that great. Temperature-wise, okay. I mean, yeah, we got to a couple 100 degrees back in July, but, you know, I'm not going to probably hit those maybe by the end of this month. I don't know. We'll see. And, just take it one day at a time, as we're, pretty much 4 weeks away from Labor Day weekend, my friends. The unofficial end of summer. So, the summer is pretty much about to be over. And, well, officially about a month from now, but unofficially, Labor Day weekend, pretty much about a month from now, too. So, we're getting there. September will be here before you know it. And then, for all you people out there, you kiddies and, adults out there going back to school in September, probably pretty much in the next couple of weeks in different states, and, you know, around the Northeast area, you don't go back till September the 9th, so, yeah, count down those days until you, have to pick up those books and do your homework and all that other shit. Fortunately, I don't have that problem, so I'm done with school. I've been done with school. But for some of you, you still have to go. Well, if you want to go back, that's good. But, whatever. But yeah, that's coming up, September, the fall season, Halloween, And then the holiday season with Thanksgiving and Christmas and level 50 coming up. Oh boy, we're going to have fun. And I will be here through most of it. Pretty much the end of the year and maybe into a little bit of 2027. But we'll see. End of September is going to be a little dicey for a little while. I may or may not be on so much because my schedule is going to be changing, of course, for work. And I got other things to take care of. So that's that. I might not be in Casa del Joseph for a little bit, but that's for another. That's personal stuff. I'm not going to even get into. But so yeah. So if you see me from another location, you'll know why. But you may know why. But not that you care. But that's that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, on this Monday evening, August the 3rd, 2026. Before we get to Monday Night Raw, let's talk about Night 2, Electric Boogaloo for SummerSlam. And as the title below says, it is time for your late and out-of-date Night 2 of SummerSlam. Or as Bret Hart would say, the SummerSlam. Night 2 review for last night, August the 2nd, 2026. Once again, we are emanating from the U.S. Bank Stadium where the the Fight Kings play in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And our commentary team, once again, the legendary Michael Cole, and my good buddy plays a mean electric guitar for you people at home. That's twanger, guitar, whatever you want to call it. And that's my good buddy Stu Bennett, otherwise known as Bad News Wade Bennett. And Michael Cole, I'm afraid I got some bad news for you, sir. You have to sit next to me for 3+ hours of my epic commentary, Michael Cole. And my friend Peter Joseph does amazing work on his YouTube channel. It's great. Subscribe to him right now. He told you, do it now. We're going to have some bad news. And that's pretty much it. Alright, so Michael Cole, Wade Barrett on the call once again. And let's get into it. Alright, so we get a recap of Night 1. If you haven't seen my Night 1 review, go back a video. Watch that. Then we get Justin Jefferson from the Fight Queers. Talks about how everything can change at the half, leading into a preview of the card. Hey, the Vikings ain't going to the playoffs, suck a dick! So about the 49ers, we got Debo. Yo! Debo's back, Fred Warner's back, Bosa, Kittle coming back probably for week 2 or 3, McCaffrey's back, Brock Purdy. We got Mike Evans on the wide receiver core with Debo. We got Kirk from the Falcons. Craig Greenlaw's back on the defense. Oh, we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun for the NFL season coming up. Pretty soon, the Hall of Fame game is on Thursday night. I forgot who plays, but Thursday night on NBC and Peacock. Football's back, baby. Even though it's preseason, which doesn't count. We don't care, but we can, But a month from now, we care. September the 10th in Australia. 49ers and the Rams. Oh, it's going to be great on Netflix. I'm ready, baby. I'm ready for football. I'm ready for week 1 in the NFL. And I'll leave when they play. For pay. That's it. And pretty soon, hockey's coming back. And that's the league where they play. For pain. Alright, we got that. Trade deadline, the Mets, fire sale, up the wazoo, Clay Holmes, gone, Luke Weaver, gone, Brazaman, gone, Tyrone Taylor, gone. And pretty much, we sent our players and we get back prospects, like we need any prospects. And a picture from the Dodgers, a guy from the I think with the Pirates or the Phillies, big fucking whoop. Got the guy's name is Spiker-Man. Spiker-Man throws out guys like best he can, something like that. Yeah, so the message is loading up on prospects. to round out the end of this garbage season. So they're basically rentals for a month and a half, and then they'll be gone, and then there's no... Next season is nothing because thank you to the Dodgers, the Galactus Dodgers. Don't call them the NWO Thanos Dodgers anymore. You call them Galactus now because they're like Galactus swallowing up the entire fucking solar system called baseball. And the owners want a salary cap because of this reason. The players don't want that. They want to be a salary cap. They want other things, and the owners like, no, we're not doing that shit. We're not going to give you what you want, Batista. You know, give me what I want, Hunter. There's not going to be a season next year, so I'm not even going to care. And whoever wins the World Series this year, probably be the Dodgers three-peating. I won't give a flying fuck. Come the end of October, I will not care. That's pretty much it. So that's it. So thank you, Dodgers, for not letting us have nice things, and not letting us have a baseball season next year. It could change between pretty much November into the winter meetings into next year. By the time we hit March, will we have a season? I don't know. But right now, it's not looking good at all. So, get ready for football, up until the Super Bowl, and then we got hockey and basketball, so all you Knicks fans, you'll be happy, the Ranger fans, Icelander fans, Devil fans, whatever fan you are. You still have some football, you still have some wrestling, at least to get you through. But, that's it. But, as far as baseball goes, after October 31st, bye-bye. Good night. Good night. And fuck the owners, fuck the Dodgers. That's all that matters. Alright, let's get into Summerslam. Let's not waste any more time talking about baseball. We can talk about baseball another day, or whenever. Alright, so after Justin Jefferson kind of hypes the show, we start the show off with our first match of the night. Now, it was supposed to be Sami Zayn taking on Finn Balor, number one contender, to see who faces Cody, MD actually, not Cody, sorry. For a future world title shot, which Punk won thanks to Randy Orton and his not this voice. He came back on night one. We're going to see him on Friday Night SmackDown this Friday. So they come out, and the title match is all about to start, but, and there's a but, doesn't stink, but Nicholas Aldis comes out, still actually, he's still the SmackDown GM. Decent match with Walter. He lost. Then he tried to give in his resignation to Hunter. Hunter's like, you are not leaving. Rips up the resignation. Get back to SmackDown. I'm leaving Walter alone. Pretty much. Says, leave Walter alone. Just do your job. And that's it. So Nick Aldis comes out and says, in the interest of fairness, remember that when Vince said that way back in the day? So, in the interest of fairness and what's best for business, I'm going to add someone to this match. And everybody's like, yup. Everybody thought Kevin Owens at one point. Wait on that. We'll talk about that in a second. But Walter comes out, reluctantly shakes hands with Nick Aldis, and then we thought we were going to have a triple threat match. Right? Wrong. Because Aldis like, wait a minute. I'm adding another person to this match, making it a fatal four-way match. Walter's going crazy. Fucking Sami Zayn's like, what is going on here with the conspiracy against me? So that fourth man and everybody in the arena and everybody watching at home, even me, were like, it's got to be Kevin Owens because he was in the building last night. And it was pretty much the whole weekend. So, you hear this weird, like, Zelda music. I was like, what is this? Zelda's coming out? Link is coming out? And then next thing you know, you hear Kevin Owens theme, and I was like, ah! Yes! Kevin Owens is back after almost 18 months away from the business because of his neck injury. When he came out, he was crying, going down the aisle. Sammy looked like he's seen a ghost. I guess you're reliving 2011 again, huh? You bastard. Anyway, so the crowd's going nuts. Freaking mark out moment. And it was just good. So they go at it for about 8.5 minutes. Owens did do some swantons. I was like, eh. You know, he had to cringe on it because of his neck. I mean, one wrong move, he might be paralyzed, and he might be out. And then at the post-show, he was crying to freaking Big E, because Big E got neck surgery, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if Big E's ever coming back. But Owen said, you know, the doctors have told me not to do some high-risk moves, and, you know, take it easy. But I never do anything easy, and if I got 2 years left, this is going to be the best 2 years of my life, and I'm going to he's going to give the fans the best 2 years of his life. So, I guess we're going to get a 2-year, maybe more, epic run from Kevin Steen, and I am here for it. So we get that. Anyway, so he does one of those flippy-dippity-doos on everybody on the floor. Then he goes for another swanton on Sammy, but Sammy got his knees up right near the neck, and then the referee, the Japanese referee's like, oh, whoa, Sammy, I gotta check his neck. Sammy's like, and then Wade Barrett's like, referee, let him do the job. I'm like, damn, Wade, calm down. He does have a neck injury, dude. Come on. Gonna have some bad news here, you know. Anyway, Walter breaks up the hell of a kick with a sleeper hold. That gets broken up by the coup de grace to Sammy, and then Walter saves that by his fingertips, barely. So KO gives Finn Balor and Walter a stunner, by God stunner by Stone Cold. Stunner each, and then Sammy with a blue thunder bomb, and then sometimes, only like 3 times, I believe 3 or 4 times in his career, that's actually got him a win. 2.99999999999 Batman 5 on KO. KO gets out of that. He gets back up with a super kick right into the stunner. 1, 2, 3. We have a new number 1 contender for the Undisputed title, Kevin Steen. Punk, sign me up. I can't wait for Friday. The fucking promos they will have is going to be insane. I can't wait. And, Sammy's going to come out and continue this conspiracy arc. Whether that leads to him getting back the belt for the second time, I don't know. Maybe we should just go to Raw. I don't know, but forget that. But Kevin Steen, Punk, most likely at Sunday night's main event for the Undisputed title. I cannot wait. 8.5 minutes, match was decent, 3.25 out of 5 stars. KO is back, the KO show is back, Randy's back, Drew McIntyre is coming back pretty soon, so SmackDown is about to be actually good again. Or, we'll see. We'll see Friday, but we'll see what happens with that on Friday. Moving on. But great match to start the show. Congrats to KO, and that's it. Alright, match number 2 on your program, on your scorecard. For the United States title, we had Baron Snorbin Corbin back on pay-per-view. He takes on the U.S. champion, our good buddy, Trick Willie Shimon. He comes out, little Yachty's with him, which is nice. Trick in his all white and a little sparkly outfit. That was pretty nice. They have a pretty decent match. Little Yachty gets caught by the referee, and the referee's like, you? Out! Oh, actually, did he kick him out? Let me look him up. Actually, no, he didn't kick him out. He got involved a lot. But in the end, did he don't fuck up. Because the trick shot gets a near fall. Trick loads up another trick shot. Hits that again. So he had 2 trick shots back to back. Sends Corbin to the floor. He grabs the U.S. title. Little Yachty broke that up. And then Trick knocks Corbin into Little Yachty by accident, sending him through the table. So Trick might have... He hit his little buddy. And Little Yachty's like, hey, what'd you do that for? Alright, so we get that. Then a belt shot by Baron Corbin inside the ring. I think the referee was checking on Little Yachty. I don't know. But Corbin takes the belt, boom, right in the head. Picks up Trick. End of days, nobody, and I mean nobody, except one guy, kicks out of the end of days. 1, 2, 3, we have a new United States Champion and Baron Snorting Corbin. I thought they were going to maybe do it after maybe a Sunday night's main event. Didn't think they were going to pull the trigger, but kind of devalues Trick a little bit, but whatever. But under 9 minutes, Baron Corbin is the winner. Back in the win column. Well, actually, not in the win. Back with gold around his waist. See what happens with that. I do see Trick getting a rematch. Don't know what's going to happen with Mello. I think Mello, somebody said that Mello is on the shelf. He's about to get married, too. So, I mean, Kaylani Jordan on her Instagram put up her bachelorette party photos. You know, Lola Vice was there. A couple other wrestlers were there. So, yeah, Mello's about to get married, so that's why they writ him up. They're writing him off. Tomorrow, they're going to write off Lola Vice because Kendall's going to beat her in the Underground match. Keeps her NXT Women's title. And then, what am I saying Lola Vice for? I think they're writing off Kaylani, too. Not Lola Vice, per se. Lola's going to Triple R and then maybe on SmackDown. Kaylani, I meant, is, yeah, I think Kaylani might get written off. I'm not sure. She's going to go to the main roster. What's going to happen with Kaylani? But Mello and Kaylani are about to get married. I think then they're going to go on their honeymoon. So we probably won't see Mello till maybe Money in the Bank. Kaylani, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe she comes back by maybe Halloween Havoc. I don't know. But we get that. So I would think now that Corbin has the belt, going to get a rematch. Either on SmackDown or we go all the way to Sunday night's main event. I think Corbin will retain. It would make no sense that have him get the belt and then a month later he loses it back to Trick. So, I mean, we'll see what happens with that. But, you know, congrats to Baron Corbin back with gold around his waist. And that's it. Match-wise, it was alright. 3 out of 5 stars and that's it. Alright, match number 3, ladder match for the interim SmackDown Women's Championship. We had Jade Cargill dressed up in purple. Little tribute to Prince. I love that. It's Tiffy time! Daddy! What? You see me? At the pay-per-view? I was wearing Viking clothes. You like it? Yes, you look very nice there, Sunshine. You did very well. I am very proud of you. Aw, Daddy. Okay. So, Tiffany Stratton, the Women's U.S. Champion. Madam President, Chelsea Green! She's in the match with Horseface Charlotte Flair and Lash Legend. Kick, done. Now, I was hoping there'd be a 6-person Nia Jax. Nope. But, all in all, this was a crazy match. It starts off with, I think, Lash just beating the crap out of everybody, throwing Tiffy and Chelsea into the ladder, and then Jade and Charlotte fight. At one point, Charlotte basically has the belt won. She was about to win belt number 15. And then, you know, I think it was Jade. Jade and Tiffy pulled the ladder out from under her. She's hanging from the freaking belt. I'm like, they were doing like a Jeff Hardy type move. And then they pull her down by her legs. They were supposed to catch her. Missed. I'm like, oh, that looked really botched. And then they pick her up and then they slam her. Okay. In any case, Tiffy goes back up. Chelsea pushes the ladder over. Uh-oh. Not your friend anymore. Tiffy then does a flippy-dippity-do off the ladder onto the other 3 ladies. And then Chelsea has a beat on the title, and then the fucking baddies come out, B-Fab and Mia Yim. They cut her off. They beat up Chelsea. They pretty much tie her into the tree of, whoa, on the ladder. So, and then Chelsea's just like laying there with her feet, basically, you know, she's like, you know, stuck in the ladder for a while. And then the other 4 women are battling on the other 2 ladders on the side. And then all 4 women eventually go down. And I'm like, Chelsea's going to get up and win this belt, right? And that's what she does. Chelsea, everybody goes down. Chelsea, like, rises like the Undertaker. The fans are going completely berserk. And then she goes right up the ladder, takes down the title in your face, Michael P.S. Hayes. That rhymed, by the way. So, Chelsea Green, Madam President, the new interim women's champion. Take that, Michael Hayes, you prick. I like it. Now, Chelsea Green will face Mommy Rhea Ripley to kind of unify the SmackDown Women's Championship. And I can't wait for that. I think it'll be a pretty decent match. Obviously, Mommy will probably retain. I wouldn't be excuse me. Excuse me. I would not be surprised if Chelsea beats Mommy Rhea Ripley to unite those belts. I would not be surprised. I love it. I mean, we'll see. But match-wise, this was great. 3.25 out of 5 stars. Congrats to Chelsea Green. Fuck you, Michael Hayes. And that's that. Alright, match number 4, Human Money and a Pole match. We got Mr. Danhausen. I will curse you. You are cursed. He takes on Eddie's son, Dominic Guerrero de Cepero. Oh, this was kind of corny. I did not like it at all. JD McDumpfuck cuts off Mr. Danhausen going for the bag of money. Then the Mini-Housens come out. One looked like El Dorito. How you doing, S.A.? Summerslam, I was there! Ay, 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 ay! Peter's playing with his dolls again. Knock next time! Will you just knock next time, please? Did you see anything? No, sir. I did not see you play with your dolls again. Good! She gives great helmet. Oh, sorry. So they get involved, and then Dom and JD destroy them. Cole points out one of them used to be El Dorito. I told you it was El Torito. What do you think what do you think was right here? Anyway, so El Torito gives JD McDumpfuck a springboard spinning DDT. Then the Mini-Houses go up to get, pretty much on the top rope, making like a human ladder. That gets cut up by Dom, who gets sent to the floor for a big running flippy. And do by El Torito. And then he hit the barricade, like, face first. Ow. And then out of nowhere, say his name, and he appears. I believe in Below Alley Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry comes out for a guitar shot to JD McDumpfuck. And then Dom basically had nobody there. He went up top rope to get the money off the pole, and then Mr. Danhausen met him. Mr. Danhausen got crushed on the top rope, and then Dom looked like all he had to do was just take the money down. And then Mr. Danhausen goes, "Dom, you are cursed." Pyro goes off. Fucking Dom falls almost on his leg off the top rope. And then Mr. Danhausen grabs the $100,000, wins the match. Fuck! So yeah, Mr. Danhausen gets the win, and then after the match, he's giving the human money to everybody in the crowd, even Nick Khan's kids and Nick Khan himself. Freaking Michael Cole and Wade Barrett like, "Hey, we love you! I'm your biggest fans!" And Cole gets $100 of human money. Fake money, Cole! What are you gonna do with that? And then you show a kid in the crowd on like $4. He had the fake money from Mr. Danhausen, and then he had like 4 or 5 singles in his hand. Okay. Yeah, this match was stupid, but there's a stupid circus. They just pushing Danhausen down our throats. I mean, is this 1986 over again? You know, we're gonna watch Superstars of Wrestling after Roller Games. I mean, come on. And you know, coming up next, Roller Games and Glow. Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling on Channel 11. You remember back in the day, the 80s, when you had Roller Game, 2 episodes of Roller Games, and then you had, it was 1 episode of Roller Games. And then you had the Gator. If you go into overtime, they brought out the Gator, and then that was always fun. Bring out the Gator! And they knock the guy into the gator pit, and they say, ah! The guy's like, ah, gator! Like, the freaking gator bit one of the guys once. That was fucking insane. I was like, God, we gotta bring roller games back. The theme was epic. Roller games! You know, stuff like that. And then right after that, Glow, Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling with Matilda the Hun and so many great people. Not as you know, the updated version, which was on Netflix for 3 seasons, which had Awesome Kong. It had too much sex in that, good lord. It didn't have a lot of sex scenes, but I mean, some sex scenes, yes. But, I mean, at least it wasn't The Dirt, the Motley Crue documentary. Oh, boy. Man, I would have loved to be in that film. Just keep me away from MGK. Fuck him. Playing Tommy Lee. Crazy shit. I'm surprised Netflix actually put that on. I mean, there was so much sex in it and just showing cocks and pussies and everything. I mean, one woman's like, you know, whoosh, human geyser, if you know what I mean. Ugh, but it is what it is. Anyway, so yeah, circus match, didn't care. I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars, but Eddie was not a happy camper. He still is not happy. I hate clowns! I don't like those clowns. My son should not have been in this match. He doesn't wrestle clowns. Except it was his dad, Rey Mysterio. That guy's a clown, it's a pendejo. Cabrón. Exactly, thank you. Alright, we got that. Alright, in the crowd, we have some, not some celebrities, but we have some old school people, some Hall of Famers. I think they're Hall of Fame. Well, some should be in the Hall of Fame. These 2 guys, the Killer Bees, B. Brian Blair, and Jumping Jim Brunzell. I'm like, they're still alive? I'm like, holy shit. They're in the crowd. Rick the Mono Martel? Arrogance! You know? Spray you with arrogance! He's in the crowd, and Molly Holly. That's always nice. I think Molly Holly's in the Hall of Fame. I gotta check that, but if not, all 4 of them should be in the Hall of Fame there, Hunter. Is that a precursor? We'll see. We get that. Alright, match number 5 for the Intercontinental title. We had Chad Gable in his hometown wearing the Viking colors in his pickup truck. Takes on Pentagon Zero Miedo. This was great. Great match. Not the match of the night, but came really close. They go back and forth. We had some blood in this match. So, blood, motherfuckers. Little cut on Gable's cheekbone. Gable goes up top, dives right into the sacrifice. Ow! For a near fall. And then, Chad's shoulder's in big, huge trouble. They fight on the apron. Gable gets in a German suplex, sending Pentagon crashing out to the floor. And then he hits a big moonsault. Pentagon's able to come back with a Mexican Destroyer on the apron, even though it looked like a backstabber because I think he didn't get full rotation on it. And I was nervous for Chad Gable's neck. It looked very, like, hideous. Like, hey, damn. But Gable was able to get back in. He grabs the ankle lock after, Pentagon was trying for I think a springboard move. Something off the top, I think. And Gable sidestepped it, grabbed Pentagon's ankle, and Pentagon was trying to get to the ropes, and Chad Gable brought him back in, grapevine the leg, and Pentagon tapped immediately. So, in just under 11 minutes, we have a new Intercontinental Champion, Chad Gable, in his hometown. The redemption story, I love it. The redemption arc comes full circle. New Intercontinental Champion. I cannot be prouder for Chad Gable's first major title in WWE. Because he was tag team champions with a guy named Jason Jordan. Remember that team? What was that team? American Alpha? It was American Alpha, right? I think it was American Alpha. Something like that. But anyway. So, great match. 3.5 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Pentagon presents him with a belt. You know, we get sportsmanship. Yay! Code of honor. You love to see it. And then Gable's family, his kids come in, and his grandparents, well, actually his mom and dad did come in with his wife. I love the kid with the singlet. That was nice. And then Gable gets on the mic, thanks his family for helping him over the years. Nice little callback to the Mask vs. Mask match for the match of the year in WWE and Triple R with El Grande Americano. And then at the press conference, he was talking about, I went from rags to riches, becoming Shorty G, all the things happening with Alpha Academy, and then, with Otis and Tozawa and Maxine Dupree, turning heel on Pentagon and everybody, being an ass. Now it came full circle, everybody loves him, he's kissing babies, he's kissing his wife, his kids, his parents, all that shit. I love it. So we'll see what happens, tonight on Raw, the big celebration on Raw. Gonna be great. Can't wait. But congrats to Chad freaking Gable. And that's that. Alright, then we get to the main event of the evening after the long chapters with Seth Rollins and our tribal chief. Put up your ones, ladies and gentlemen, for Roman Reigns. We get to Roman Reigns and Seth for the Raw World title. This was epic. Seth came out with the Shield theme. We see him with the video. He didn't come out, dressed, in the Shield style per se, but he did come out in white with a white Shield vest, and on the Tron they had a picture of him on the Tron in the Shield gear, which then led to him coming out all in white with a couple colors in it. Nothing to write home about. And then Roman took his sweet ass time to get out, but he comes out. It was just freaking epic. The aura of our tribal chief, amazing. But we get into the match. The match was epic. I think it's up there with El Grande Americano and Chad Gable. The battle of the Americanos, basically. You know what I'm talking about. I like how Rollins did the Scott Hall, ooh, not the ooh, yes boys thing, but it's almost the same. Ooh. That was kind of funny. Little homage to Scott Hall, Chico. Something happened to this, something happened to you, Chico. That was nice. Then they fight it out on the floor. They go, Roman gets put through the announcer's table. And there was a lot of tense moments. Seth did the pedigree for a near fall of a spear counter. Falcon Arrow, they did a cataclysm. And then he tried it again. Falcon Arrow got counted into a guillotine by Roman. Seth tries to power out, gets cut off with a spear for a near fall, like a 2.9999999 Batman 5. And then Roman's talking a bunch of trash, hits another spear. After he goes for another spear, Rollins hits one of his own for a near fall. Buckle Bomb sets up a stomp, only for Roman to reverse it into basically the same move for another near fall. Then they start yelling at each other in the corner, and they start trading right hands. Referee, I don't know who he was, gets bumped. We're gonna get a rep bump. I'm like, where's Charles Robinson when we need him running down the fucking ramp, like at WrestleMania 25? And then Roman hits a double arm DDT. Basically, he hit the Pale Rider by Moxley, and he's like, Cole's like, homage to the third Shield member who will not be named. Yet you said his name during the pre-show. You said, oh, Dean Ambrose. They say Mox half the time. We can't say his name now? Huh? What are you smoking, Cole? Anyway. So he goes to the spear, but hits the ref. The ref is down again. Ugh. And then Rollins stomps Reigns, but there's no referee. Then Seth grabs the Shield chair. Roman knocks it away. He's like, I'm gonna hit him now! And he's like, no, not doing it, because you know what happened last time on Raw, when he was about to use the chair, Seth kicked his ass. So he throws it out, then they forearm each other in the middle of that ring, fans are going completely berserk. Superman punch doesn't really knock Rollins down. He reverses the spear into a pedigree, once again, no ref. Then the stomp, he missed for once, and then he hits it a second, like 5 seconds later. Goes to the top rope for a super stomp. It missed. Roman hits a spear. Then he hits a super spear like Braun Breaker. Then he's like, alright, that's it. Putting this fucker out of his misery. Ooh, another spear. The third spear of the sequence. This one puts Seth down 1, 2, 3, and still put up your ones, and still our tribal chief, your heavyweight champion of the world, Roman Reigns, 100 plus days and counting. So 33 minutes and 40 seconds, just under 34 minutes. Great match. 4.5 out of 5 stars. I would have gave it 5, but it is what it is. 4.5 out of 5 stars for that. Just ending a great night. And then after the match, Michael Cole says that Roman has now tied up all the loose ends. The Shield storyline is pretty much over. Great way to end it. And that's pretty much it. And then Seth and Roman do the Shield pose, burying the hatchet, and Roman leaves to end the show. Even though he did say to Kathy Kelly, we all need to grow up and stuff like that. So I don't know where Roman goes from here, where Seth goes from here. We'll find out tonight if Oba now is the next contender for Roman going into Money in the Bank, or they do it as Sunday night's main event. I don't know. We'll find out pretty soon, because Raw's about to start in 2 minutes. Alright, let me load it up. And, that's that. But Night 2, as always, epic. WrestleMania Night 2 was epic. SummerSlam Night 2, epic. I gave Night 2 8.5 out of 10 stars. Overall, I give SummerSlam the same thing. Same thing. Because Night 1, I gave 7. Because Night 1 just stunk. But, you know, it is what it is. But Night 2 was just amazing. I think Raw tonight is going to be amazing. We're going to get into it pretty much right now. Let me just fire it up. Yeah, we're going to fire it up. Right about now. If I can... What happened here? Why can't I... Oh. Okay, my TV was being weird. Yeah. Come on, Netflix, wake up! Time to start the show! My Netflix has been acting weird lately. Wait, my internet, I don't know. So we'll get to that and a whole lot more tonight on Monday Night Raw. That's that. Alright, guys, I am out of here. Once again, for Night 2 of SummerSlam, 8.5 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys think of the show down below in the comments section, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully I can get to watch Raw. I don't know why my it's on 25% it's loading and I can't even see anything. Fucking Netflix. I'm paying you for free, sort of. But yeah, I got a package. I'm paying the full $8.99, but it's free for me when I got Dish because I got a price lock, so it is what it is. But Raw's about to start. Hopefully I can see it. And then I'll probably review it maybe late tomorrow night because I do got some errands to run tomorrow. A lot of errands to run, and I got a doctor appointment too, so I'm gonna do that. So after Raw tonight, we'll talk about NXT, get that out of the way, and then we will talk about Raw tomorrow. We'll talk about Dynamite and Collision. Maybe early Wednesday or midday Wednesday. Okay, we're back. We're about to start. We're not started yet, but we're getting there. Let me just... I think we're just about to start. I mean, it's 8:01. I just think my loading... Okay. I hit it off by accident. Come on. Here we go. Okay. Alright, we're from Des Moines, Iowa. We are live!
Main event from SummerSlam Sunday.
Alright, so we're going to get a recap to start SummerSlam Night 2 with Roman and Seth. Can't wait for that. Let me just turn it off. Sorry, I want to get copyright. Anyway, so thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you guys a little bit later over right here on the channel for your NXT review. And like I said, we'll talk about Raw tomorrow night. Then we'll talk about NXT maybe on Wednesday, maybe on maybe Thursday. I do got some important things to do this week. I am very busy this week. This week is insane. I have a lot of important personal things to get out of the way, and but the videos will come sometime. But Stay with me. Please hit that bell so when those videos do go up, you will go see. You will not. You will go see. You will see it. And that's pretty much it. All right, get ready for Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. And until next time, Roman, still our tribal chief. Put up your ones. It's never gonna end. Sucks for you. And that's all I gotta say about that. So, if you're not down with Roman, you're not down with the prophecy, well, we got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. That's it. Until next time, acknowledge us. Peace.